Okay, people have been saying this has been a problem just recently over the past couple of years or so. Apparently, it's been a problem for a lot longer than that. We are, of course, talking about the subject matter listed in the video. We're talking about the colors pink, purple, and blue. These colors have gotten away with too much over the past several years, and we really need to drive it home that this is a problem that needs to be solved. Fortunately, there is a brave soul on the internet that is talking about this. I talked about this like 15 years ago, but the truth could not have been brought out, of course. They couldn't bring the truth out, so they had to basically silence me. And of course, I'm talking about it anyways, at great risk and peril, I assure you. But there are other voices talking about this now. So let's go ahead and switch over to the Twitter. We do have Smash JT right here. And he has blown the lid off of this with the recent image reveal for the pre-order for Halo Campaign Evolved. It's going to be available July 20th, 2026, in case you want to play the the third remake or second remake or whatever of the original Halo game, depending on if you count the PC version, which it's irrelevant. Okay, nobody actually cares about Halo. Obviously, do people even play Halo video games in the year 2026, or have they ever played Halo after like 2008? Come on, let's be serious here. Let's be serious. And we are going to be, because we're going to be covering this topic. This is Smash JT saying this is unnecessary and intentionally signaling trans. They know what they're doing. Once you notice bisexual lighting being used, you cannot unsee it. This is intentional. I will not be gaslit. We will take a look at this photo here. He has circled this part right here where you can see there is some purple looking color there. There is some pinkish clouds, and there's blue. It is the three colors combined. Now, the colors individually are okay, of course, but it's when all three colors combined. You don't get Captain Planet with this, okay? You get Captain LGBTQ+. That's right. That is right. Now, never mind the fact, of course, that readers have added context they thought people might want to know. Nobody actually cares, okay? The circled purple area is the planet Threshold, the largest planet in the system Alpha Halo resides in. The new cover art for Halo Campaign Evolved is a direct remake of the original for Halo :CE, also featuring Threshold. And then, of course, there's a couple of links that are backing this up. They probably made up these sources, like, who ever heard of GameStop? Who ever heard of GameStop? That's not even a real thing. And then we have like this Wikipedia for Halo fandom. Nobody has ever cared enough about Halo to write a single article about Halo, let alone have a whole Wikipedia for it. That doesn't make any sense whatsoever. So these are obviously bullshit lies that they are trying to gaslight us with. Sorry. He has, of course, made a video further explaining that the gaming industry has a bisexual lighting obsession. Apparently, there's some video games that have been using these colors. Can you believe it? I mean, look at it. We have, looks like the two characters from those Sony games, that he always complains about making out. I forget their names, okay? But it's obviously very important. Now, never mind he's interested in this game right here that's got purple. There's purple everywhere. Look at all the purple. Okay, we all can't be flawless, of course. But he is a little short-sighted. he is a little short-sighted with all of this because this goes back much further than a few years. As a matter of fact, did you know that they've been using these color schemes for decades? I mean, I'm talking about this goes back to like the 1980s, the 1970s. I have visual proof that I'm going to show you. Now, I'm going to do my best to make sure that we don't have any audio playing or anything like that. This was his video that he was talking about that thing. Make sure to buy that organic matcha tea. Smash JT. So clever. Okay, so here is a movie. You might have heard of this movie. It's called The Terminator, okay? The Terminator is a science fiction horror film that stars Arnold Schwarzenegger and Linda Hamilton. Now, watch the colors. Just don't pay attention to any of the characters, anything like that. Pay attention to the colors, okay? See, we got pink, we got purple. We're about to have, there's blue. There's blue. See? All the colors right there. Right there. See, there's Arnold Schwarzenegger surrounded by all that blue. Okay. Oh, here is an undeniable example. This is Prince. Everybody knows Prince, famous musician. He had a movie called Purple Rain, an album called Purple Rain. So there's already an agenda established just based on the fact that the word purple is in the title of these. But look at this. Look at this. Look at all these colors, and they're flashing all together. This is absolute insanity. Absolute insanity. Sweet Baby Inc. must be behind this, clearly. Okay? It's Masters of the Universe. They have the new Masters of the Universe movie that just came out in the box office. I've heard it's pretty good. Unfortunately, it's bombing. People aren't going out to see it. That's probably because they know what they can expect. Look at this. There's all this blue, purple, red, pink, purple, blue. See, look at all those colors. It is absolute insanity, guys. And it goes back even further than the 80s. Here is a movie called Suspiria. Look at all of this pink. Absolute insanity. This was 1977 that this movie came out. Blue. Pink. Again. It's such crazy. And you think it's just movies? You think that these games are only picking up off these movies? No. Video games have been doing this for a long time too. I have some examples right here. Batman. One of the most popular action games on the NES. Look at this, guys. Blue. Purple. Looks kind of pinkish there. It's clearly evident. And not just that, they throw it right in your face. As soon as you watch Mega Man 2, as soon as you put the cartridge in, right after the opening bit where they show the copyright information for the game, look at this, guys. Look at this. This is undeniable. Look at this. Blue, purple, pink. Blue, purple, pink. This is absolutely crazy. And then it shows the colors scrolling. See? Look at this. This is crazy. And then they show Mega Man without a helmet. When have you ever seen Mega Man without a helmet? This is absolutely a travesty. Now, you might be wondering, how is this possible? How has this flown under the radar for so long? Well, I will tell you, ladies and gentlemen, it is very simple. There is only one possible explanation for all of this, okay? It is time travelers, okay? You all have heard of a movie called Back to the Future, I am sure. And of course, the aforementioned Terminator. These are films that have been talking about time travelers. It goes back even further than that. Time travelers have warned us about the year 2026. Just look at this here. In the early 2000s, a mysterious online character calling himself John Teeter claimed to be a soldier from the future. He warned us about a U.S. Civil War one born from unrest following a presidential election. We have one of those every 4 years, okay? He mentioned global conflict and about society breaking into smaller communities. He said that an Arab Israeli conflict was a milestone that preceded the war. Doesn't that sound familiar? He didn't predict an explosive event in 2026. He described it as the beginning of an unraveling, a slow fracture of American stability. It'd be a thinning of trust, of certainty, of the invisible agreements that keep everything feeling like it's still working, according to his post. And then after that, it just got completely redacted because they don't want us to know the truth, okay? But we do know the truth. It all points back to one particular individual. They have been making TV shows for a very long time, for decades. He has been telling everything to us this whole time. Okay? I know it's insane. It absolutely is insane. But you might have heard of an individual called Matt Groening. Matt Groening is the person who created a television show called The Simpsons, as well as Futurama. Both of these shows are based on his time-traveling exploits. You know, it's kind of crazy. There are all kinds of examples. Like this article says, there is an episode featuring an Apple phone with the faulty autocorrect we know today, back in 1994. How could have Matt Groening predicted that? That doesn't make any sense. We didn't even have smartphones in 1994. With autocorrect, at least. I don't know. Guess they might have had PDAs, possibly. Crazy, right? The Siegfried and Roy tiger attack in 2003. They predicted that the tigers would turn on them in 1993. I remember seeing that episode of The Simpsons. And, this was actually the very first event that made me think, there's something going on here. There's absolutely something going on. How did he know that was going to happen? How did we know that was going to happen? It even goes back to elections. Look at this here. Homer tried to vote for Obama, but the machine records his vote for McCain. In the campaign between Obama and Mitt Romney in 2012, footage was discovered of voter machines that recorded votes for a certain delegate, despite the majority voting for someone else. 2008, it was predicted. 2012, it happens. Okay? And did you know? Not only has Matt Groening been predicting these things from the future, he has been the one causing them. I have photographic evidence from clips from the TV show The Simpsons that 100% verifiably proves it. Here we go. Look at this here. This is The Simpsons, right? You see the color schemes. Purple. We got pink, 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 pink. Blue, blue. This has purple stuff inside. Purple is a fruit. Okay? All the blue-haired characters. You hear people talking about blue-haired people. Before watching The Simpsons, have you ever seen anybody with blue hair? This is obviously an agenda that Matt Groening has. Everybody that's blue-haired nowadays, it's because of The Simpsons. All these blue-haired characters. You've got Marge. You've got Moe, Milhouse, Smithers, before they changed him from black to white, which, by the way, predicted Michael Jackson changing from black to white. Fun fact. Absolutely insanity, guys. Absolutely insanity. Homer Simpson is just gorging on all of this, laughing at us, making absolute fools out of us, spreading all of this propaganda, causing us to fight because of pink, purple, and blue. Oh, geez. It's not April Fool's, but I really wanted to do this after seeing that absolutely insane take. Absolutely insane. Oh, geez. I had you going there for a moment, didn't I? If I did, please be sure to check out the most recent video I did that's right above my head. I think you're going to really appreciate it. I promise you my channel's not like this at all. And if you check the other corner, the algorithm's going to send you something fire. This was all just for fun. If you had fun with this, please be sure to subscribe down there. But that's going to be the last line.